Human fertilization is the union of a human egg and sperm, occurring primarily in the ampulla of the fallopian tube. 1. The result of this union leads to the production of a fertilized egg called a zygote, initiating embryonic development. During this process, semen comprising thousands of sperms are inseminated into the female vagina during coitus. The sperms move towards the uterus and reach the opening of the fallopian tube. Only a few sperms will succeed in reaching the opening of the fallopian tube. The secondary oocyte releases from the matured graphene follicle of the ovary and enters into the fallopian tube, where it is fertilized within 24 hours, after which it is released from the ovary. Both sperm and egg can show their vitality only to a limited period. Sperm is alive for 48 to 72 hours in a female reproductive system, whereas the egg can be fertilized for 24 hours before it is released. Acrosomal reaction. The head of the sperm cell that contains the acrosomal enzymes is called the acrosome. The entire process of the fusion of the male and the female gamete starts at copulation or mating of the male and female counterparts of similar species. When the male delivers its semen into the genital tract of the female, each drop of the semen contains approximately 1.5 million spermatozoa. Because of the presence of a tail, the spermatozoa are able to swim to the place, fallopian tube, where the ovum is present. Only 3 to 4 sperm cells reach successfully to the ovum, rest are either killed or lose their motility in the way. Before fertilization, the first portion of the sperm cell that comes in contact with the ovum is the acrosome. When the acrosome and the zone pellucida, outer layer of ovum, come in contact, the acrosome reaction allows the sperm to release acrosomal enzymes by exocytosis so as to penetrate through the zone pellucida. Species-specific zone pellucida contains sperm receptors that stimulate a series of enzymatic reactions that further leads to the fusion of the plasma membrane with the acrosomal membrane. The hormone secreted by the ovum like progesterone, LPA, LPC triggers the acrosome reaction. The enzyme content of the acrosome is mainly digestive and perhaps helps in breaking down the membranes of the ovum so as to facilitate the smooth entry of the best swimmer sperm into the egg. Post the acrosomal reaction, fertilization occurs with the cytoplasm of the two gamete cells uniting to form one cytoplasm with two nuclei. Further division and cell cycle takes place to form the zygote and then the embryo. Cortical reaction. This is the second step of fertilization. The cortical reaction is a process initiated during fertilization that prevents polyspermy, the fusion of multiple sperm with one egg. In contrast to the fast block of polyspermy which immediately but temporarily blocks additional sperm from fertilizing the egg, the cortical reaction gradually establishes a permanent barrier to sperm entry and functions as the main part of the slow block of polyspermy in many animals. Karyogamy is the last phase in the process of fusing two haploid eukaryotic cells together during fertilization, and it refers to the fusion of two nuclei in particular. Each haploid cell possesses one full copy of the organism's DNA before karyogamy. A blastocyst is the stage of the human embryo in which it gets implanted in the uterus. The process of implantation can be explained as follows. 1. Fertilization results in the formation of a diploid zygote. 2. As zygote moves through the uterus, mitotic divisions occur in the zygote that results in the formation of blastomeres. 3. Embryo with 16-cell stage is known as a morula. 4. Morula undergoes further cleavage and develops into a blastocyst. The cells of the blastocyst get arranged into an outer layer called trophoblast and inner cells called inner cell mass. 5. Trophoblast layer of blastocyst gets attached to the endometrium while inner cell mass differentiates to form an embryo. 6. After attachment, the uterine cells divide rapidly and causes the blastocyst to become embedded in the endometrium of the uterus. This leads to pregnancy. Thank you for watching.